Just do it. Hi, I'm Marvette. I'm your dissertation coach. I hope you finish your dissertation, graduate, and finally become a doctor. So today my dissertation writing group started, and it's an 8-week program designed to help you get clear on your goals and make significant progress in just 8 weeks. People who work with me can complete a whole draft of their proposal, a whole draft of the literature review, even a whole draft of their dissertation in this amount of time, because of some of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you through this free video series that I'm having. And also, I should let you know that if you hear a bowling alley in the background, I work at a student union on a college campus, and the bowling alley is directly below me. And so I'm recording this video on my lunch because that's what you have to do, get in where you fit in, you know. What was I saying? First part of this 8-week process is taking some time to do some reflection and then setting intentions for the next 8 weeks. Now, I know some of you are probably like, but I'm tired. The semester is ending, or it's wrapped up for most of you, or maybe you have a couple more weeks left and you're like, I cannot think of anything else. I don't feel like it. I don't have the time. Girl, no, I just want to do nothing. And I used to do the same thing too. When it would get down to the summer, I just would want to take these few weeks that I would have off in May and just watch TV and veg out and not do anything. And then what ended up happening is the summer semester would start, and then this whole wheel or treadmill of like anxiety and all these things that you have to do as a PhD student, it just comes back in, and then I'm back to where I was, feeling really stressed out, overworked, and feeling like I can never really catch up. And maybe you say to yourself, like, what if I had a couple of days to just get organized and figure out what I needed to do and wrap some things up, I would be in a good place. And I'm going to tell you that you will get those days. You probably have those days now, and you probably are still not organizing yourself or keeping up. That's because it has nothing to do with the time that you think you need. It has everything to do with your thoughts and your intentions that you are setting and how you're working towards that. And so that's really what I work with my clients on. It's really cleaning up all the mind stuff that contributes to a lot of anxiety and contributes to you just feeling tired and ready to be done with the PhD process. Because ask yourself, are you ready to quit? You probably are like, who needs this degree? You're probably just over it, especially if you've had 2 to 3 years in your program. You're probably really feeling the exhaustion and the burnout. And I really believe that it doesn't have to be that way. This process doesn't have to rob you of your health, your joy, your sanity. You can do this process, be excited about it, and maintain your health. Sure, is it going to require some time and energy? Absolutely. But it does not have to require you to give up your whole being. I created a guide for this first part, so to help you through this reflection process. So the first part is what I'm going to ask you to do is find 5 to 10 minutes in the next couple of days. That's it. That's all I'm asking you is to find 5 or 10 minutes. And what happened this semester or this year, this academic year? What are the things that you are most proud of? What are the things that you wish would have gone better, or you would have done better? What are some projects that you thought, I wish I would have got to, but I never got to that? And I just want you to think about all of those things and just brain dump for 10 minutes. Just dump all of whatever thought that comes to your head. I want you to just dump that all out. And so what happened? What went well? What didn't go so well? What are some things that you wanted to do but you didn't get to? Some things that you maybe started but didn't finish? Things you thought were going somewhere but not really? How did you feel over this past year? I want you to just write everything that comes to mind. And then after that, I want you to set that aside, and I want you to think about, who do you want to be and how do you want to feel? If you had your ideal year, like if you were the perfect grad student or the perfect PhD student, and you know those people who got it all together and they never look like they're sweating or anything, what would that look like? Like, think about, like, how would you behave? What would you do every day? How would you show up? How would you be in class? How would you be in writing? What would you be doing throughout your day? What would be some things that you would definitely accomplish if you were completely caught up and you were feeling refreshed and knowing what you know now with all the time that you've been in the program, knowing what you know now? Like, who would you be? How would you behave? I want you to take a second and I want you to dump all of that out. Just brain dump that out. Okay? And then the third part, this may be the most difficult part. The third part is, what do you want? What do you want? Well, you may say, I want to graduate and finish and become doctor. Yeah, but out of life, and even before you get to that part, throughout this process, throughout this program, what do you want? Do you want to have a certain amount of publications? Do you want to get physically fit? Do you want to have a good friend group? Do you want to be nominated for a certain award? Do you want a certain type of assistantship? Do you want to switch from a full-time job to part-time? Like, what do you want by the end of this process? By the time you graduate, what do you want? And then the fourth part is, who would you have to be to get what you want? And you may need to go to the second part or even reflect on the first part to really answer this question. Once you examine, like, what do you want? Who do you have to be to get that? And that's what you're doing. That is the first part. And you may say, I don't have the time, whatever. No, you need to sit down and really reflect on these questions, because there is no way for us to set good intentions or goals for the next 8 weeks without doing this part first. So you may need a couple of days, you may need to write some things down, walk away from it and come back, but definitely do it. And don't beat yourself up about this. This is simply gathering information, gathering data. We're not trying to have a judgment about it. We're not trying to say, oh, see, this is why I suck. No, we're just trying to get some information. Just taking a pause so that we can have one of the best productive summers, okay? So go ahead, download the form below, or take time and even pull out a piece of paper or a document and just answer those questions.